Hello and welcome, it's Frances here again, and it's Monday night. Instead of doing a mantra tonight, I thought I'll change, and though we will still be working with Kuan Yin, the Bodhisattva of compassion, healing, nurturing, patron of fishermen, we will do a guided meditation and hopefully finding a little bit of peace and security amongst these uncertain times that we are currently all going through, as I'm just trying to organise my notes. So I hope you have been well since the last time we met, and let's begin. So I want you to get yourself into a comfortable position. If you are familiar of sitting in a lotus position or semi-lotus position on the floor, you're more than welcome to do that. I prefer to sit in a straight back chair, keeping my feet on the floor, hands resting gently in the top of my thighs and my lap. We're just going to close our eyes and start breathing, not into our upper chest, but into our diaphragm. So begin by taking a few deep breaths, inhaling slowly and deeply into our diaphragm, and then exhaling equally slowly and completely, ensuring that we are exhaling all the air that we have breathed in. It's just taking a couple of deep inhalations and then exhalations. Just focusing on our breath, nothing else you need to worry about at this current time. Gifting yourself half an hour or so of time where you can ground and center, gain a little bit of peace and clarity before heading off into the world again. And if you're familiar with the fourfold breath, we inhale for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4, hold for a count of 2, then exhale for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4, holding again for a count of 2, before we inhale again. And if you find that this is quite easy for you, you may wish to increase the length of time that you're inhaling and exhaling. You may wish to increase the pauses between the breath. But all we're wanting to do is just bring our awareness to our breath. And as we do, our physical body begins to relax. As we inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, and continue this process. Breathing deep into the diaphragm, then exhaling completely. And as you inhale and exhale, just want to bring your awareness to the cycle of your breath. Noticing as you breathe in, bringing your awareness to the breath and how it feels, moving in through your nostrils, down the back of your throat, your nasal passages, into your lungs. And as you breathe, feel each time as you inhale, the breath moving in through your nostrils and down into your lungs, into your diaphragm. And as your breathing awareness deepens, a feeling of deep relaxation begins to be experienced. Feeling your lungs expand with each inhalation. Expand and relax. Expand and relax. Expand and relax. Now we're just going to bring our awareness to the exhalation phase of the breathing. As the air leaves your diaphragm, moves up your windpipe, out through your mouth, over your lips, as you exhale. Feel the air moving up and out. Each time you exhale, deepening your awareness of your breath and your whole body relaxation. And now just focusing on the whole breathing cycle as we inhale, air moving in and down, expanding the lungs. And then exhale, air moving up out of your lungs and out through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And as you continue to inhale and exhale, allow your physical self to become more and more relaxed, releasing any cares and worries that you may have, feeling this wave of relaxation begin to move through your feet, your toes, arches, top of your feet, ankles, heels, all relaxing with each inhalation and exhalation that you take. Moving up from your ankles, your calves, shins, kneecaps, behind the knees, all relaxing with each inhalation and exhalation that you make. Your thighs, pelvic girdle, lower back, spine, vertebrae, thigh vertebrae, each relaxing with each inhalation and exhalation that you take. Continuing to breathe deep into the diaphragm as your body relaxes. Your lower back, middle back, upper back, tops of your shoulders, and then down your arms, tops of your arms, elbows, forearms, into your hands, relaxing the fingers and thumbs with each inhalation and exhalation that you take. Your body is relaxing. Breathing in this healing, relaxing energy, releasing any worries and stress you may be feeling. Shoulders, neck, back of your head, top of your head, then all the muscles down the face, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, all along the jawline, all relaxing as you inhale and exhale, whole body relaxing from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And with each inhalation and exhalation that you make, your body is relaxing more and more and more. Relaxing from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Whole body relaxing. Continuing to inhale deeply into your diaphragm. Exhaling completely. Bringing our awareness now to the base of our spine, where there is a red spinning disc of the Muladhara chakra. The center represents our core survival needs of food, shelter, safety. And when opened and balanced, we gain confidence in our abilities to fulfill our deepest needs and desires. And as we focus on Muladhara, the red spinning disc begins to pulsate, spinning faster, growing brighter, as more and more energy begins to freely flow into it. And we continue to breathe, drawing the energy up through Muladhara to our sacral area, to the orange spinning disc of Svadhisthana. It is here that we have the ability to connect with others on a more intimate level. And it's here where our masculine and feminine energies intertwine, giving rise to creative expression. And when the chakras open and operating, we are intimately connected with all the creative energies in the universe. Breathing into our sacral area to the orange spinning disc of Svadhisthana. It pulsates, spinning faster, growing brighter, as more and more energy freely flows into it. And we continue to breathe, drawing the energy up through Muladhara at the base of our spine, Svadhisthana at our sacral, up to our solar plexus just above the navel. Here is a yellow spinning disc of Manipura. This is our power center, our I am. And when the chakras opened and balanced, we feel empowered and confident in our ability to manifest our evolutional intentions in the world. Breathing into Manipura, the yellow spinning disc pulsates, spinning faster, growing brighter, as more and more energy freely flows into it. And we continue to breathe, drawing the energy up through Muladhara at the base of our spine, Swadhisthana at our sacral, Manipura at our solar plexus, up to our heart center, where the green spinning disc of Anahata resides. It is through the center that we're able to give and receive unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness. And when the chakra is opened and balanced, our lives are filled with love, peace, joy, and laughter. And as we breathe into Anahata, the green spinning disc pulsates, spinning faster, growing brighter, as more and more energy freely flows into it. And we continue to breathe deep into our diaphragm, exhaling completely. And as we inhale, drawing the energy up through Muladhara at the base of our spine, Swadhisthana at our sacral, Manipura at our solar plexus, Anahata at our heart center, up to our throat, to the blue spinning disc of Vishuddha. This is our center for communication. And when opened and balanced, we are comfortable speaking our truth, confident in the value of our voice being heard. And as we breathe into Vishuddha, the blue spinning disc pulsates, spinning faster, growing brighter, as more and more energy freely flows into it. And we continue to breathe deep into the diaphragm, drawing the energy up through Muladhara at the base of our spine, Swadhisthana at our sacral, Manipura at our solar plexus, Anahata at our heart center, Vishuddha at our throat, up to our third eye, to the indigo inky blue spinning disc of the Anjana chakra. This is our intuitive or our psychic center. And when opened and balanced, we are able to see into the eye of the soul. And as we breathe into the Anjana chakra between our eyebrows, the indigo winky blue spinning disc pulsates, spinning faster, growing brighter, as more and more energy freely flows into it. And we continue to breathe, drawing the energy up through Muladhara at the base of our spine, Swadhisthana at our sacral, Manipura at our solar plexus, Anahata at our heart center, Vishuddha at our throat, Anjana at our third eye, all the way up to the top of our head, to the purple spinning disc of Swadhisthana. It's through the center that we are connected with the higher forces in the universe. Spirit guides, guardian angels, our higher consciousness. And when opened and balanced, we gain clarity in thought and purpose, as all our needs and desires are connected with the higher forces in the universe. And we continue to breathe, establishing this channel of energy between the earth beneath us, the sky above us. These energies meet at Anahata, our heart center, and then move throughout our body along the Nandis, meridian lines to the minor chakras and energy centers throughout the cells of our body, energizing, nourishing, renewing, repairing, reminding us that we are all intimately connected with the universe. And as we continue to inhale and exhale, visualize or imagine a point in the darkness ahead of you where a speck of light can be seen. And as you inhale and exhale, the speck of light slowly becomes closer and closer. And you find yourself walking along a wall. Run your fingers along it, feeling its texture. You soon come to a door in this wall. It's heavy, made out of solid oak. Above you is the full moon that's just risen on the horizon, and its reflective rays shimmer before you. As you gaze at the moonlight, you can hear the sounds of the ocean gently crashing onto a cliff face beneath you as the ocean tides ebb and flow, ebb and flow. Ahead of you in the distance, across the water, you notice that there is an island. This is Puerto, the home of a Bodhisattva, an enlightened being, who is the mistress of the southern seas, who is Kuan Yin. She is referred to as the one who hearkens the cries of the world, the goddess of salvation from misery, and more popular, goddess of mercy and compassion. As such, she has a strong renaissance with the Virgin Mary, sometimes depicted with 1,000 arms and varying numbers of eyes, hands and heads, even with an eye on the palm of each hand. For this is because Kuan Yin is also known as the 1,000-armed, 1,000-eyed Bodhisattva. In this form she represents the omnipresent Mother, looking in all directions simultaneously, sensing the afflictions of humanity and extending her many arms to alleviate us with infinite expressions of her mercy. As you gaze out across the water at the moon, listen to the ocean ebbing and flowing, ebbing and flowing. You notice that this lunar orb is getting brighter and brighter, so bright that you can barely look at it. And as you realize how bright the moon has become, you notice that with each ebb and flow of the ocean tides, the moon is also changing into that of Kuan Yin herself, with her body being surrounded by a glowing beam of light. Slowly the Bodhisattva begins to descend before you, and you notice that she is standing on the head of a dragon, the Hu, which symbolizes the divine supremacy exercised by Kuan Yin. She is dressed in flowing white silk robes, wearing an ornate headdress, yet her feet are bare, symbolizing simplicity, humility, and groundedness. She wears a rosary around her neck and is carrying a vase that contains the nectar of compassion and wisdom, holding a book of prayers representing the Dharma, the sacred teachings of the Buddha. At the sight of Kuan Yin, you smile at her and she responds, and tears begin to stream from her eyes as she is delighted to see you. The Hu that she has been standing on transforms into a magnificent lotus flower, the symbol of purity. As she comes closer to you, you notice the delicate scent of jasmine in the air and feel her radiance enter first your aura and then your own body. Standing in front of you, she takes a branch from a willow tree, waving it over your auric field, cleansing away all negativity. The willow is the sacred tree of the goddess, associated with the moon and water, and is the tree of dreaming, intuition, and deep emotions. She then offers you to drink from her vase that contains the nectar of compassion and wisdom. As you do, close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. And breathing in Kuan Yin's strength, peace, and compassion. These qualities become part of you with each breath that you continue to take. As you continue to breathe in deeply, open your heart center, Anahata, and consciously allow the Bodhisattva to merge completely with you. As you inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. You begin to feel bottomless compassion for not only yourself but for all other creatures. Your difficulties, your weaknesses and inadequacies, all those ways in which you do not measure up to your own standards, all seem to disappear. Any suffering or confusion is being absorbed and surrounded by the love that Kuan Yin awakens in you. Let yourself surrender to her compassion for all life. As you inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale, deep into your being. Now it's time to Kuan Yin to depart. She hands you a parchment scroll. And as you inhale and exhale, she begins to move away back to a sacred island, becoming smaller and smaller until she is completely disappeared from sight. You notice the sky and the moon above you have also disappeared. And as you continue to inhale and exhale, all that's left is the gentle ebbing and flowing of the ocean, no longer crashing against the cliffs beneath you, but the gentle pull and tug as you inhale and exhale. Continue to inhale and exhale, allowing yourself to rest in contemplation that surrounds you, feeling the peace, tranquility that Kuan Yin's essence has left. And when you're ready to return, find yourself back by the wall and begin to walk along it, running your fingers, feeling the texture of the stones. And with each step that you take, begin to imagine that the purple spinning disc from Sarasvara is beginning to dissipate as that chakra closes down. The indigo inky blue spinning disc of the Anjana chakra between your eyebrows begins to dissipate in colour as that chakra closes down. The blue spinning disc of Vishuddha at your throat begins to dissipate in colour as that chakra closes down. Down to Anahata, the heart centre. With its green spinning disc, the colour begins to dissipate as that chakra closes down. Continuing to inhale and exhale down to Manipura at your solar plexus above your navel. And the yellow spinning disc there begins to dissipate in colour as that chakra closes down. Moving down to your sacral area, to the orange spinning disc of Swadhisthana. And the orange begins to dissipate as that chakra closes down. And then finally Muladhara at the base of the spine with its red spinning disc. And that colour dissipates as the chakra closes down. And if you haven't already done so, Now is the time to visualize or imagine yourself opening the scroll that Kuan Yin has gifted you, to see what may be written or drawn upon it. And with all major chakras closed down, I like to, as I inhale, draw up the earth energy up one side of my body, and as I exhale, bring it down the other side of my body. So I'm cocooning myself in a protective film of energy, enabling me to be in control of what energy I allow in and out of my auric field. Knowing that Kuan Yin is always with us. She resides through our heart center, through Anahata. And with this parchment scroll she has given you, is a phrase or a symbol that you can readily come in contact with her, where she can operate from that place of peace within your soul. And as you continue to inhale and exhale, bring your awareness more and more to your feet on the floor, and your hands and your lap. Beginning to move your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, coming back to the here and now. And just to end tonight, since I didn't do any mantras, although we did open up the chakras, I didn't vibrate any of the bija sounds. I just thought that I might draw 3 cards from the Earthbound Oracle, one of which has jumped out already, which is Ceremony. And we can see the sun beginning to rise or set between 2 pillars, 2 candles, a black one and a white one. To me, this is a card that represents celebration or balance also, because there's the black and the white, each having a wick or a flame of the corresponding colour. So it's a little bit like the yin-yang symbol, the masculine and feminine. Ceremony, finding something to celebrate. Whether it is the very fact that we're almost through our self-isolation. And if you look closely at the card, there's crystals growing out of the base of the candles, amethyst, that connects with our higher forces in the universe, Sabbats. It's also a universal healing stone with spiritual awakening as well. So the other 3 cards, Deceit, not necessarily a bad card, but it's good in these times for the veils to drop so you can actually see who or what is holding you back. You might even decide or realize that the deceit is internal, that you are your own self-sabotager, which is very common. We tend to project things externally, but here this is like sort of a warning, or be cautious that maybe there are desperate means or people out there who may not be what they seem to be. This perseverance, so not necessarily taking deceit to heart, saying that you can't trust people, but this might be someone trying to keep you off your path, not accepting you, or you may be having doubts based on what someone else might have said. But this card is a reminder to preserve where your goal is. Maybe a time to reflect what is actually important to you. And the third card is water. Element of water represents our psychic, our intuitive, our emotional sense. Maybe the deceit is that we're actually deceiving ourselves, that we're not actually listening to our dreams, our psychic abilities, our intuition. We need to trust ourselves a little bit more, because we're actually deceiving ourselves by turning our back on our gut feelings, our gut instincts. So that's for tonight. Thank you again. Don't forget to celebrate. Thank you for tuning in for a Kuan Yin meditation. Stay safe seems to be the catchphrase these days, and I'll come up with something different for next week. Until then, blessings.